State takeover imminent at this point. Tonight, the state treasurer has some answers for us. Our 7-team coverage of the city's crisis continues now with Tom Wade. He's live in the New Center area. And Tom, is this a done deal?
Well, right now, Carolyn, no one is saying officially if this is a done deal. But remember, this is the second time in 12 months that the mayor has seen the governor send in a team to look over all of the city's finances. So one would think, and many do here in Detroit, that a takeover is coming. After what was said here today, is Detroit's fate sealed? We asked State Treasurer Andy Dillon whether an emergency financial manager is already set to take over the city.
I made my recommendation to the governor. He just got the report today, so we'll let him read it.
Dillon and his team poured over Detroit's finances for a second time this year. Today, they issued this scathing report. In it, the team says Detroit Mayor Dave Bing and the city council's attempts to save the city fell short, and there is no real plan to erase hundreds of millions of dollars in deficits or to stem billions in future pension and health care costs. The report also blames the city charter for diluting the mayor and council's powers.
I spent the last 2-3 weeks looking at the city's charter to find out, right, how can that interfere with the city's ability to implement reform. And that was kind of the final straw for me. Is that
That's the trump card.
To me it is, yeah.
An emergency financial manager would not immediately have sweeping powers over labor contracts, but starting in March, a new law takes effect, giving them that authority.
This is really a partnership with the city. It doesn't have to be adversarial.
What a potential partnership would look like is unclear. The mayor offered this statement on the issue, saying in part, "Certainly I am not surprised by the findings of the state's financial review team. If the governor decides to appoint an emergency financial manager, he or she, like my administration, is going to need resources, particularly in the form of cash and additional staff." And the governor now has 30 days to make a choice on what to do next. In a statement released tonight, his spokesperson said he'll make a decision sooner rather than later. And, of course, we'll bring that to you. Reporting live in Midtown Detroit, I'm Tom Wade, 7 Action News. Stephen, back to you.
Thank you very much for that, Tom. Another interesting detail that came out of that report tonight, millions of dollars owed to the city's 36th District Court haven't been collected. Now, it turns out the court is owed $279 million in fines and fees. $199 million of that would go directly to city coffers. Stay with 7 Action News and WXYZ.com. Of course, we'll let you know just as soon as the governor makes his decision on air and online.